Hello, you're here. No. I've taken over Hannum's rug because I wanted to read a book about. Anyway, look, I was really interested because I wanted to talk this evening about someone who I think needs our help rather badly. And I'll tell you who it is in a minute. But first of all, I've not only been reading this book about a wonderful composer, but I've also been looking into the life of somebody who I knew nothing about, and she's fascinating. Oh my goodness, there goes the hat. Absolutely fascinating. She's a lady called Kerry Katona. You probably know so much more about her than I do. But to me, she's a revelation. She can be a revelation to you too if you pay 30 or 40 pounds. But anyway, look. Um, let me tell you about the fellow I really want to talk about, because this is Prince Harry, and I think Prince Harry is going to need our help, because you know, all the way back to the opera interview and those 17 untruths in the opera interview. Well, you know, anybody who's responsible for that level of deceit in public needs a little bit of support, you know, and if he looks around at the sort of way that he's viewed at the moment, the contempt that he seems to have stirred up, and I don't think, frankly, if we're being honest, that Meghan is going to hang around for that long. Once she's got what she wants, she's going to be off, and she's going to settle for quite a tough divorce settlement. She's already got history in that direction anyway. I think Harry is on a hiding to nothing, and I'm afraid when it comes down to it, his life is going in much the same direction as Kerry Katona's has gone, because Kerry Katona started life off with a lot of sort of positive options. She was a member of a band with a wonderful name called Atomic Kitten, I think, and also she's a writer, and I gather, well, I know, I mean, it's been all over the press. Harry announced today that he's going to write his memoir. You know, we're going to hear more about his truth, and more than that, he's going to do it by October. That's very fast. But if that fails, and I'm afraid I can't see that it's going to be that successful if he's going to write at that speed, or ghost. Oh, whoops! I shouldn't say that. If he's going to write at that speed, if that fails, tomorrow he may be there with Kerry Katona, doing OnlyFans. And what does she do on OnlyFans? Apparently, she wiggles her feet around, and so you can pay 30 or 40 pounds to see her feet. Now, of course, that may be a euphemism. It's a very biblical euphemism, if it is. Feet is used throughout the Bible as a euphemism. Angels cover their feet, and the various other extraordinary references to feet. Anyway, I think that's the way it goes. If you are not successful in the celebrity stakes and as a ghosted writer, then I'm afraid you end up on OnlyFans. I think it's a great shame. I think this is what Eliza Doolittle in My Fair Lady and in Pygmalion was worried about. You know, she got to this point where she was posing as a duchess, and then what was her future? What could she do then? And Higgins seems to think that she could go off and get married or something. And, you know, in My Fair Lady, she comes back with the most wonderful retort. She says, when I was a flower girl, you know, I was better than that. I was better than that then. Then I sold flowers. I didn't sell myself. So Harry is writing this ghosted autobiography. And look at Kerry Katona. She's so exciting. She had this bit of fame with the Atomic Kittens, and then she's suddenly on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. You know, I've never actually seen that, but Celebrity, I didn't know who she was anyway. So, you know, that's a bit of a misleading title, isn't it? I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. what went wrong? Was it her association with Max Clifford? I know who he is or was. Um, or maybe doing ads for Asda. Well, of course, once she became bankrupt, Asda probably became, like me, her shop of choice. And Asda is wonderful. You can go there. You can get practically anything, and the staff are delightful. Um, and you know, that's great. But it's not quite writing novels, is it? I don't know who wrote her novels, but she's written novels and one or two memoirs, and clearly this is the direction that Harry sees for himself. Harry's using a ghostwriter called J.R. Moehringer. Now, J.R. Moehringer is associated with Andre Agassi. I know who he is. And Phil Knight, he's the shoe man, so the Nike man. And Willie Sutton, I know who he is. He's a bank robber, and he's also linked to George Clooney because George Clooney wants to film one of Moehringer's real books. And so Moehringer is a genuine writer who's going to help Prince Charles write his honest and truthful memoir. Honest and true. He's had a very good start in that, hasn't he? So I like Prince Harry. And I would like to think that we have to stop pillaring him. We have to. I think he needs to be embraced and pulled back into our country. Pulled back, and we need to set up a fund to help Harry in the latter part of his life. When otherwise, if we don't help him, he's going to be out there asking people for 30 quid a month to look at his feet. And I think that's not what we should be doing for a member of the royal family. I know Fergie had a problem with feet, but I really don't think Harry should be going in for the foot trade in OnlyFans. So, meanwhile, do by all means follow Zontal Films, where we'll have other chats, perhaps more serious stuff, and ring the bell, which is somewhere down there, or is it down there? I think it's down there. It's down there. Have I got that right this time? I can never tell my left from my right. And I'll see you later. Okay. Have fun. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Why are you going down to look at my feet? You haven't paid for the feet. Come on. Back. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have fun.